Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Right.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, let's start. Today, I think we have to start our new lesson. So that is the operating system, a practical lesson. But before we begin, we need to understand what this operating system is and how it forms actually. So this part, I couldn't give the note in your tute. So we need to write down this as well, right? So please write the heading operating systems. Don't write the singular wordings. I will give you English medium note. So do not write this singular wordings. Only write the operating system as the heading. Okay. What is this operating system? The operating system is basically in my computer. What is the operating system? If I go to about this Mac here, and you can see it displays my operating system is Mac OS Big Sur. Mac OS Big Sur, that is my operating system. Actually, what it does, simply it does everything. Why I'm telling like that? It does everything means when I want to click somewhere, it is this operating system. When I want to save something, which help, it is my operating system. When I want to open something, my operating system will work. So if I want to display something in the monitor, it is still my operating system. Actually, with the support of operating system, the software is displayed. And if I want to log into the computer, still it is the operating system. Actually, it performs everything. It works as an intermediary between myself and the computer. It is an intermediary between myself and the computer. Okay, let me tell you an example. Okay, think that you are given chance to handle the education ministry, right? Okay, like for example, okay, Nilanjana is assigned as the education ministers in Sri Lanka. And what Nilanjana has to do as her first task, she need to visit China and learn about the education system and come back and implement positive things that you observe there and actually add it to the Sri Lankan education system. Okay, assume that Nilanjana can understand English very well. Nilanjana, let's say that Nilanjana is now going to China. Okay, what is the first issue that she faces? Yes, what is the first issue that she faces? She's going to Chinese schools. Language, of course, that is the first issue. Okay, but is there a solution for that? Can you learn Chinese and go? That is difficult, right? It will take time. So what is the solution? You can hire a translator. The simplest way is hire a translator. If Nilanjana can talk English very well, then the translator can understand English and translate that to Chinese. And then these Chinese things, the translator will understand and tell it back to Nilanjana in English. Actually, translator does two-way jobs. Two-way job. What is that? He or she is translating from English to Chinese and Chinese to English. Similar to that, our computer is kind of a Chinese device. It's not Chinese actually. It's kind of a device which works in some different instructions, different language. That is called the machine language. Okay, when I say file save, internally, there are set of signals. There are set of signals and set of related data execute. Internally, there are a set. So that is basically written in binaries or represented in binaries, 1 zeros, because the computer's circuits can understand on-off signals. Circuit can understand voltages. So anyway, whatever, like when I save this, it is basically a set of voltages. When I save this file, it is a set of voltages. This set of voltage, these voltage levels are sent to the hard disk. According to the voltage signal that hard disk get, it will store that in the hard disk. And based on the technology, if it is magnetic, magnetism is the way which is turning these voltage signals to magnetic signals. If it is optical, a light, then these voltage signals will be converted to light signals and then stop. If it is magnetic, and if it is electronic, it will be converted to electronic. The easiest is electronic. That is the fastest as well. Other are two other sources. Anyway, this is a bit complex process, right? So we cannot exactly understand what is happening inside the computer, but it is a set of electrical signals. Through wires, these signals go here and there. There are a lot of wires inside the motherboard, inside the processor, and inside the RAM, random access memory, or the main memory, inside the hard disk. All these wires are always occupied with this traffic, this 1-0 binary or voltage traffic. But we cannot understand that, but our operating system can. Okay, so let's write down a small note on this, and then let's do the practical part. Please write down this. We have learned that the computer system is a set of interconnected and interrelated. Sorry, I got disconnected. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we learned that the computer is a set of interconnected, interrelated physical components that works together to achieve a common goal. Together to achieve a common goal. These components are called hardware components.
Sir,
Yes.
is that word started from these? Is that word components?
Components, yeah, components, sorry. Components. Components. Correct. Okay. Right. Computer, I said already, computer, these physical components are working with the signals. The signals are basically represented using binaries, 1-0s, on, off, present, absent. This is how the signals represented, on, off, present, absent. Okay, that is how the signals represented. Okay, then if you need to like give instructions to these hardware component, it is necessary to know the language. The language is basically the physical. So the language is basically this machine language is which is given, which is represented, and which is basically in binary based language, 1-0 based language. That is called the machine language. Okay, that is the challenge. Okay, please write down that. If you need to give instructions to these components, it is necessary to write them and code them in machine language, which is if spelling mistake, please tell me. Like I'm also writing in a fast way, so there can be spelling mistake. Which is a processor dependent binary coding system to instruct hardware with signals, which is processor dependent, which is processor dependent binary coding systems to instruct hardware with signals. Okay. It was very difficult to normal users to learn that. It is very difficult to normal users. It's very, very difficult task. But it was used by engineers in first generation computers. It was used by the computer engineers in the first generation computers. Since this affect the communication, with hardware, the engineers have introduced an operating system to work directly with hardware components according to the user commands. According to the user commands. Components according to the user commands. When we execute a command in OS, operating system, it will pass the command. It will pass the command to the hardware system and get the task done. After that, the results are understood by the OS and display back to the user in a readable format. That is the story. OS works as, OS means operating system, right? The intermediary. Please write down this. Okay, so then operating system can be like it can be in two categories. It can provide two interfaces, two kind of interfaces. One is called the command line interface examples, and the other one was called the graphical user interface. Okay, so please write down that as well. There are two kinds of interfaces provided by the operating systems. Okay, one is called the command line interface, the other one is called the graphical user interface. The difference is the first one is only based on the commands. We have to type and get things done. We have to command and get things done. We have to give the command, then get the results. Give the command and next result. Likewise, give the commands and get the results. So always, like we don't have a way of selecting, clicking, double clicking, right clicking, dragging, no graphics, no windows, no icons, no graphics, nothing. Actually, but here you have 4 components. In GUI, there are WMIG. WMIG means windows, menus, icons, graphics. Sometimes you call, or we call WIG, windows, icons, menus, pointers. That is also another way of telling. Anyway, so what you can see, commonly in the GUI, you can see windows. Commonly in a GUI, you will see windows. Window is something like this, a container. Then menus, these textual commands, all menus. Icons are these small pictorial things. And graphics, you know, different kind of graphics are there. And also pointer means a mouse to move and select them. Mouse to move and select them. That is the those are the properties of GUI. Please write down this. Let's do the practical part. We have closer to 25 minutes here. Okay, 25 minutes. Let's do the practical quickly. You can share your screen and I will advise how to do the practical, right? You can share the screen. Please share the screen. Okay, others see Nilanjana is sharing the screen. Others will see how she's doing, and others can replicate the thing. First of all, please go to Windows, click on the Windows icon and then select command prompt. Then search for the command prompt. Click on the Windows icon, search for command prompt.
What, sir?
Click on the Windows icon. Click on the Windows icon, then search for command prompt. Command prompt. COMM, right, that one. Okay. So this is not CLI interface, but this is somewhat similar to that. Earlier days, when we want to turn on the computer, so there was no mouse and we only saw the full screen in this command. No windows, nothing is there, right? Windows mukut naha. Windows naha, mouse pointers mukutma nathuwa thani kalu screen එකේ සුදු පාට අකුරෙන් ඕක එනවා. අපි next week එකේ, in the next week, let's do the virtual computer practicals and then you will learn how this how to create a new computer and install operating system. That is a big practical. Next day I'll do that. And next day it's compulsory, because like if you miss that, you will not be able to do that by looking at the video, because it's difficult. Case by case we have to solve. Okay, make it full screen, please. But still you can see the window, right? Even you make it full screen, still you can see the windows and icons and all these things you can see. But earlier days, we didn't even have the mouse, only the black screen with white letters. Then we have to command and get the things. So one command is dir. You can write down if you want. You can type and see also. dir, which means show the currently available files and folders. dir, that is bir. It's not dir. It is dir. Press enter. Dir, dir. This is dri. I think my voice is clear. Guess it. Press enter and you'll be okay. Now we can see how many. So 20 dirs. 20 dirs means 20 folders and 3 files. All together in this location, you can see 20 folders and 3 files. Can you count the folders? Let's count. The first folder is dot, right? The first folder name is dot. So let me highlight. You can see what I'm telling. This is what the first folder. This is what the first folder. It is dot. The second folder is double dot. The third folder is 12. The fourth folder is this one. The fifth is this. The sixth is this. Seventh, 8 folders. Initially 8 folders are there. Then these 2 are files. This akita.txt is a file. Then bull say coverage error, whatever this thing. This is also a. Then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Next one is a file, and 20. There are 20 folders. Altogether, there are 20 folders in this location. So let's see in the Windows. So let's go to the Explorer, Windows Explorer. Let's open Windows Explorer, which is below. Windows Explorer, which is below, the yellow color one. Go to the same location. Please go to the same location. That is, what is the name that you can go to the C drive. You click on Nilanjana. The computer name is Nilanjana. There you can select the C drive. Inside that, what is the name? What was the name that you saw? Double click on that. Open. Is it users? Go to the command prompt and see it again. Command prompt open kala balanna. Open the command prompt and see it is C users HP. C users HP. Please navigate to the same location. Go to the Explorer. Go to C users HP. C users and HP. Double click on that. Then HP. Okay. How many folders are there? Count it. How many folders? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, these are the folders, right? You can see closer to how many folders. There are 20 folders, but the 20 folders include 2 hidden folders too. So this is a hidden folder which you couldn't see in command prompt. This is also a hidden folder which you couldn't see in the command prompt. Let's go add to the command prompt. But altogether 20 folders are there. But actually there is a gap. Where's dot? Where's double dot? Yes, can anybody tell? Where's the folder dot and where's the folder double dot? Go back to command prompt, Puti. Go back to the command prompt.
Sir, I can't hear you clearly.
Wait. Just wait.
Sir?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, now I can hear you.
Okay. Now, so what I was asking is this. I said initially, in the command prompt, there are 20 folders. Okay, you agree with that? We have counted and there were 20 folders, right? And 20 deals here. And there's a two folders called dot folder and double dot folder, right? But when you go to the Windows, still you saw 20 folders there, but you saw some hidden folders too. Hide folder right? Including the hidden folder, there were 20. But you couldn't see the dot folder and double dot folder. I asked whether, can anybody tell, where's the dot folder and where's the double dot folder? That is what I asked. Dot folder එක කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ, double dot folder එක කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? Yes. Where's the dot folder and where's the double dot folder? Can anybody tell? Yes, no idea. Okay, dot folder is, right? Dot folder is actually the same folder. Double dot means the parent. This is there in the command line only. The command line only with dot කියලා කියන්නේ එයා තමයි. Okay, let's try this in command prompt. To change the folder, we cannot double click now, but we are using the folder name. Can you type cd, change directory, cd space dot, just a dot, cd space dot. What has happened? Press enter and see. Nothing, right? You can see it's still in the same location because this dot refers to the dot is basically the same folder. Can you try cd double dot? Cd double dot. Press enter. Now what has happened? Cd double dot. What has happened?
Nothing happens, sir. You pressed enter.
Yeah, cd double dot, press enter. What has happened? Can you read the prompt now? Then in a location, the prompt means in the location. What is the location now? Calling it with the C users HP. What is the location now? Oh, come on, guys. Calling it C users HP. Location එක තමයි මුල තියෙන්නේ. This one is called the location. Command line එක location එක මෙහෙම දෙන්නේ. C uses HP. What is the location now? Hello. Can you hear me or not? මාව ඇහෙනවද ඔයාලට? රිතුම
Yes, sir.
ඇහෙනව නම් මට කියන්න. කලින් මෙයා හිටපු location එක C uses HP. දැන් මෙයා ඉන්නේ මොකේද? What is the location now?
Users.
C users. C users. That is the parent. Parent කියන්නේ ඒකට. Go to the learn this in the practical Windows practicals. අපි ගිය අවුරුද්දේ ඉගෙන ගත්ත Windows practical දැන් මතක නැහැ. Right. Okay. Go to the. Please go back to the Explorer. Windows Explorer වලට යන්න ආයේ. Go back to the Windows Explorer. Yellow color one. හරි. ඔතන කොහොමද අපි parent යන්නේ? How to go to the parent folder? Yes. How can we go to the parent folder? There is an icon. මට icon එක පෙන්නන්න කොහොමද උඩ folder එකට යන්නේ?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes, sir.
Have you done Windows practicals? May I know your practical teacher? This is dangerous.
Gavisha.
Gavesha. So do you know this interface? Is she there now? Gavesha wa innawada metan? May interface එක මොකද්ද මේ තියෙන්නේ? So what is this? What is this? මේකට මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? Others can respond. Come on. What is this? මේකේ නම මොකද්ද? This is called. Yes. So I don't know how irresponsible you are now, right? Because this was it was even there in the tute, grade 6 tute. What is this part? This is called the address bar. Can't you remember that? So this shows the location. C users HP. So that is the location where you are in. Right? How to go up? This up arrow. Right? Up arrow can go to the parent location. I'm not sure whether. So this was there in the Windows practical grade 6. Right? So by clicking the up arrow, you can go again, go to the up. Okay. Then, so you can double. So how to go inside folder? That also you don't know. How can we go inside the folder? Folder එකක් ඇතුළට යන්නේ කොහොමද? Yes. Why others are silent? Sanoli, Thinnery, how can we go inside a folder? Ritum? Folder එකක් ඇතුළට යන්නේ කොහොමද? මට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ රිතුම්. Double click, yeah. By double clicking. By double clicking inside the folder. So how simple those things? Those are the basic things that you have done. Okay. Then go inside the folder. Public folder. Just go to the public folder. Okay, how many folders are there? Count number of folders. How many folders are there?
There are 8 folders, sir.
How many normal folders? How many hidden folders? How
3
many?
hidden folders.
3 hidden folders, 5 normal folders. Okay, go to the command prompt. Now this is command line interface. We have to type a command to do that. So what is the command? If you want to go to the public folder, first of all, you have to press dir and see whether the public folder is there. Press dir, type dir and see. Type dir and see whether it's there. Enter. Can you see the public folder in the result? Yeah. It's there, right? It's there. Then you can go. How to go inside the folder? You can't double click. Then what? You have to type the command. What is the command? What is the command? We learned that. CD. CD is the command. Type CD and then type the folder that you want to navigate to. CD space the folder that you wish to navigate. That is public, right? Press enter and you are inside that. Press dir to see what is inside. Press dir to see what is inside. Then you can see how many folders? 7. But actually you saw there were 8 folders, 3 hidden and 5 normal. To see all the folders, you can type dir/a, 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 dir space, dir space after dir space, then backward slash, please use backward slash, and A. Enter. Okay. Can you see? Wait. So just use /A. dir /A. dir /A. dir space /A. නෑ මේ පටලවාගෙන ගිහුවේ මම ආරි කිව්වා backwards ඔය දැන් ඔයා // විදිහට ගෙවේ පුතේ backward slash එක කලින් backward slash එක විදිහට ගෙවේ // එක that is the reason. The reason is basically you cannot remember what is / and backward slash. That is the issue. This is correct. dir for backward slash A. That will give you the hidden folders also. Now can you see 10 folders are there? Earlier there was only 7. With the hidden folders, now there are 10 folders. Why command line shows 2 more folders extra? What's the reason? Now you know it. I command line extra folders dekak pennanne.
Because it's the itself and the mother.
Sorry. Itself and the parent.
Mother.
No,
Parent.
parent. Itself and the parent folder. That is why there are 2 extra folders in the command line. Which you should know. Right? How to see the hidden folders in command line? How do we see the hidden folders in command line? dir. Yes.
dir /A.
dir /A to see the hidden folders. How to see the normal folders and files in this? Just dir command. How can we navigate to a folder? What is the command?
cd.
cd, then the folder name. cd, then the folder name. Okay, I will teach one more person. If you can share the screen, I can give you the chance. I will teach one more person. No one is interested in getting actually learning this. Okay then. Right, I will wind up the class from here then. So because like if anyone requested, I can give, but no one requested. So I hope that it's only Nilanjana who wish to learn. Others are not ready to learn. So don't tell that I just log in using mobile phone likewise, because now you have to be prepared. Right? We are doing Windows and you have to come with a device with Windows. Right? That is the easiest. Otherwise, you have to just look, and you are looking at a movie. Don't come to the classes just to look movies. Come to the class with the intention to learn. Okay? Otherwise, you are wasting your parents' money, hardly earn the money. So therefore, be careful with that, because you will also face the consequences of that. right? Before facing such consequences, I think my advice is practically learn the subject and apply it in the places, apply it in your education at least. So otherwise it's useless. Anyway, I'll stop from here then. Good night. See you all next week.